G'day guys, Anne here from Aussie Beer and Smoke, doing my first homebrew Wednesday. This will be one of the first or second video on the channel, so I thought I'd do a bit of an intro, what this channel is going to be about, and then go through a few little bits and pieces that's on my mind. So channel intro is called Beer and Smoke. Beer obviously refers to home brewing, but the smoking actually refers to sort of American style barbecue. So I've been doing that for quite a while now. Things like your brisket, pulled pork, ribs, all that sort of stuff. I've been doing that for a while. I've got a few barbecues that I smoke on. Got a Weber kettle, which probably gets the most use out of anything. It's probably the most versatile, but we'll go through a bit of that later. Just put down an IPA. So it's just the Cooper's IPA. The brewing video of that is on the channel. It's essentially, I've just been wanting to do an IPA for a while. I went to Vegas with some mates not long ago and got hooked on an IPA, sorry. So really want to put one down, so I did that tonight. Used a liquid yeast for the first time. So I've always used just something like USO5, rehydrated. Gone for the liquid yeast. It was actually because the brew store I went to, my normal one's still closed for Christmas, so I went to another one that actually had no USO5, which I wanted for this brew. So they had a liquid yeast instead. It was a White Labs 001, I believe. So California Pale Ale. That's what he recommended was the way to go. So I trust him. I guess with all sort of brewing, it's the biggest thing that comes up is obviously some people see extract brewing as not proper brewing. Some people see all grain as a waste of time. I'm one of those guys that sits in the middle. I don't really care if the beer tastes great. I don't really see if it matters how it was made. And look, I get all grain. I've had all grain beer. I get the reason that the guys do it. I personally don't have the time or the space or the patience to do it. So I rather do an extract beer. I can knock out an extract from basically pressing go to finishing the whole batch, and it's in the fermenter in an hour and a half tops. So for me, that's exactly what my lifestyle sort of needs. But I mean, each to their own. It's like everything. If you like doing it one way, do it one way. If you like doing it another way, do it the other way. If you're like me, you don't care. You get the best of both worlds. You get to do it either way. So one of the reasons I started this channel was I've obviously, like a lot of you guys, I've used YouTube a lot. I've only recently started homebrewing last year, and YouTube was probably the best resource that I had. So I'm hoping to give back a little bit, something that I think was missing a bit in the YouTube community. Being YouTube's, I think, relatively newish for homebrewing, was a lot of how-tos on things like extract brewing. If you put in how to make beer at home, 99% of them is either all grain or a mini mash or partial extract. There wasn't a lot that was just your flat out extract. There's guys like Tube I've watched a lot of, pretty much solely focuses on that. So I'm hoping to just give a bit of an alternate. Essentially, I, in a way, felt a bit guilty taking all this from the community and giving nothing back. So even if I could help one person, great. The other reason for it was it's kind of, in a way, it's something I can document. I'm pretty bad with keeping notes, so this way I can kind of see the dates that I did the brew. I can see the date it was recorded. I can go back to it. Something didn't work. I can actually watch my process from start to finish and see where things went wrong. I'm yet to have, let me hold wood, I'm yet to have a brew fail. I mean, look, it's not hard. I think people overcomplicate brewing a lot. I'm on a few forums, as I'm sure most of you guys are, and there's a lot of guys, especially newcomers, that overcomplicate. They do too much research, and I believe there is a thing as too much research, and they sort of get in over their heads and they panic and they get it wrong. I like to keep it simple, and you can't get much more simple than an extract like I did with the IPA I did tonight. Can of Cooper's, kilo of dry malt extract, 100 grams, 50 grams of hops, and a sachet of yeast and some water. I mean, it can't get any simpler than that. So on to the second part of the channel, as I discussed. It's the sort of American style smoking. It's not smoking as in any other form of smoking, it is meat. Been doing that for quite some time. Really enjoy it. So I've got 2 barbecues that I mainly use. I have got 3 smokers, but I only really use 2. There's the Weber kettle, which I do most of my cooking on. Out of my 2 barbecues, I've also got a Kamado cooker. I find the Kamado's a little tricky. I recently purchased a book that was recommended to me, which is essentially a book that's solely written as a guide to using that sort of barbecue. So I'm going to be experimenting a lot. I just picked up a brisket on the weekend, which I'm planning to smoke in the next few weeks. It's in the freezer at the moment, and I'll definitely be videoing that and see how it goes. But again, that's something that I found was missing on YouTube a little bit, was I suppose someone like me needs like a dummy's guide. Once I understand what I'm doing, I can run with it, I can adjust it, I can change it to suit me. But there weren't many, this is a basic, you're going to get at the bottom of the line result and then learn from it. So again, that's sort of what I'm hoping to achieve. This is sort of almost like an idiot's channel run by an idiot. Just trying to, but have fun along the way, get to know some people. I guess that's one of the biggest things that I've seen in the YouTube community that I've thought be great, is people actually communicating and getting to know some of the more experienced brewers. Just this is another outlet to sort of do it. So look, I'll leave it there. That's been about 6-7 minutes. I'll leave it there. But yeah, so new channel. Please subscribe if you enjoy the videos and you want to see some more. Please leave a comment if there's anything you think I'm not doing right, or if there's anything you'd like to see or you want me to do differently. I can certainly try. And yeah, thanks very much. And there'll be more to come. Thanks, guys.